Before you buy property in Mexico, there is one mistake that can create a lot of problems. Many buyers fall in love with the home first. The ocean view, the price, the lifestyle, and only later ask the most important question: has this property actually been verified? If you're an American thinking about buying property in Mexico, this is one step you do not want to treat casually. Buying property in Mexico is not only about finding the right home. It is also about confirming that the property, the location, the ownership structure, the title, and the documents all make sense before you move forward. Because in Mexico, one property can be very different from another. A condo near the beach may involve a different ownership structure than a home inland. A listing may look perfect online, but the real details are in the documents. And a seller may say everything is fine. But that does not replace proper verification. The first thing to verify is the property itself. That means you are not just looking at the photos. You want to understand what is actually being sold. Is it a condo? Is it a house? Is it land? Is it part of a development? Are there shared areas, HOA rules, restrictions, or future costs connected to it? This matters because the beautiful version of the property is what you see in the listing. The real version is what appears in the paperwork. The second thing to verify is the location. And I do not just mean whether the neighborhood looks nice. In Mexico real estate, location can affect how ownership works. A property near the coast or near the border may fall inside the restricted zone. That does not automatically mean Americans cannot buy, but it may mean the ownership structure is different. That is why location is not just a lifestyle question. It can also be a legal and structural question. And this is where many American buyers get confused. They hear words like direct title, restricted zone, or fideicomiso. But they do not always know which one applies to the property they are looking at. I explain that ownership question in more detail in my video on whether Americans can really own property in Mexico. I'll link it here. But for this video, the key point is this. Before you move forward, you need to verify which structure applies to the specific property in front of you. The third thing to verify is the ownership structure. Because not every property in Mexico is owned the same way. Outside the restricted zone, direct ownership may be possible. But inside the restricted zone, especially near the coast or border, a fideicomiso or bank trust is commonly used. For many American buyers, that structure is normal. The problem is not the word trust. The problem is buying before you understand what that structure actually means for this specific property. Before you sign documents or move money, you need to know exactly which ownership structure applies and who is verifying it for you. The fourth thing to verify is the title. This is where the listing and the legal reality can be two different things. You want qualified local professionals to review whether the title appears clean, whether the seller actually has the right to sell, and whether there are ownership, registration, or document issues that need to be checked before closing. Do not assume that because a property is listed for sale, everything is automatically clear. A listing is marketing. The title is where the real verification begins. The fifth thing to verify is the full set of documents. That may include the property file, ownership documents, trust-related documents if applicable, HOA information, permits, tax-related records, and closing paperwork. The exact documents can vary depending on the property, but the principle is the same. Do not wait until you are emotionally committed, financially committed, or too far into the process before the documents are reviewed. Verification should happen early enough to protect your decision. So before you buy property in Mexico, ask 5 simple questions. Number 1, what exactly am I buying? Number 2, where is the property located? Number 3, what ownership structure applies? Number 4, is the title being reviewed? And number 5, who is verifying the documents before closing? Those questions will not replace professional advice, but they can help you avoid confusion before you get too far into the buying process. And of course, this video is for general education. Before buying any property in Mexico, you should work with qualified local professionals who can review your specific property, location, title, and documents. Because the details matter, Now, verification is only one part of the buying process. The bigger question is, what actually happens step by step before you become the owner? So watch this video next. I walk through how Americans buy property in Mexico from start to finish, so you can understand the process before money starts moving.